Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is September 22nd, 2014, and today is Monday. So looking at the trading week, it's going to be kind of quiet this week. We have just one piece of news really coming out today. At 3 o'clock, the European Central Bank President Mario Draghi will be speaking. Should rattle the market. I would anticipate that he'll give some encouraging news about the euro, how he's going to stand behind it despite its fall. Looking at its fall, it's now trading at 28.62, and as you can see, it's pretty much leveled off down here. I don't anticipate any further moves down, and as we see here, it's really coming closer to multi-week support levels here. And you see this little blue bar that just, is peeking its head up. I would anticipate a little bit of a bounce, maybe always up until 130, but that's yet to be seen. So right now, at large, it's just beaten up a lot. It probably will consolidate a little bit before it does make a move up, try to solidify itself and find itself some ground before it shows that it's going to have any sort of upside. Looking at the USD Japanese yen, okay, we broke up on the upside. Ever since we broke 107 level, we've just challenged new areas. Obviously, 110 is a big number for the USD Japanese yen, and you see here on a daily chart, it's just literally just ripping, on the upside. And once it broke that 105 level, you see that it just hasn't really retraced back. Looking at even on a weekly chart, we're hitting new highs almost on a monthly basis. I mean, it used to trade in the 120s area, okay, and now we're going to look, maybe we're actually challenging those new areas. So a 100 that was a support, and for a long time it was trading within this area between 103 and 100, which was a really tight range, and then finally it broke on the upside to 108. There's a little bit of a resistance here, I would say, between 108 and 110, but if it does break above 110, we could even challenge the 112 area. Okay, so the USD doing very well against the Japanese yen. And looking at the GBP Japanese yen, we see that it hasn't really retraced with the weakness of the GBP versus the USD, but it's maintained itself. And as a result, once the GBP turns around, and you'll see that in the USD GBP, we see that it popped up in the Japanese yen as well. So looking even on an 8-hour chart, this is a major rip since last week. Maybe some confidence news coming out of Great Britain, but all in all, the tape will read exactly what the news say. So you could see here very clearly that the GBP has been very strong. Looking at the GBP USD, and this is what I mean. As soon as we turned around after this big sell-off, as soon as we turned around, okay, you see the currency of GBP across the board, okay, bounce, and it's going to bounce a little bit harder with the Japanese yen against the Japanese yen because there was relative strength. Where the GBP USD sold off, it didn't really sell off on the GBP Japanese yen. Consolidated, sold off a little bit, but really on the upside, you see the upswing of about 700 pips, okay, in just the past week and a half, 2 weeks. So those are major moves. Looking at the gold, well, gold really got beaten up, and we said once it broke this 1250 level, 1240 level, there was nothing to hold it back from going further down, and that has been the case. Looking even on a daily chart here, we're looking almost the lows of 2000 at the end of 2013, okay, at the beginning of 2014. So we're right back to these levels where we're asking ourselves why we're investing in gold. So all in all, gold has been a decent play. Okay, on the short side, as you can see here, completely breaking apart on the downside. And look at the inverse relationship with the Dow Jones. Dow Jones broke 17,150, all-time high last Friday, and just continued breaking on the upside. After hours, it sold off a little bit, 17,325, all-time highs, and now we're just sold off a little bit. So, despite the fact that we're in the fall and things are usually going to get sell-off, excuse me, we're rallying quite nicely in terms of the markets and the Dow Jones, the indices. Looking at the USD ZAR, also getting a little bit weaker at 1186. Still not at its 1130, 1108. I mean, still not at 1130, but you see here that it's still peeping its head. Let's see if we can challenge this 1130. Unfortunately, for people trading the USD ZAR. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Again, keep an eye on the Euro USD today around 3 o'clock while Mario Draghi speaks. Have a good day, gentlemen and ladies. Thank you.